Coming up on the show that shakes the Southland in hour number 2, legendary Clemson SID joins the program. And one of the things he's never seen during his time in Tiger Town is a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Well, some of the odds that are out via Fox Bet at Fox CFB has DJ Uiagalelei as the second most likely Heisman Trophy winner behind Oklahoma's quarterback Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler's odds are plus 550. DJ Uiagalelei at plus 600. The gap between Rattler and Spencer, the smallest gap of all the gaps in the top 5. Alabama's Bryce Young checks in 200 back of DJ Uiagalelei at plus 800. JT Daniels checks in at plus 900, quarterback of the Georgia Bulldogs. So not only will the matchup to open the season in Charlotte feature two teams ranked inside the top 5, but it will also feature two of the top 5 projected Heisman Trophy odds candidates at this point. And as I have said here on the program in recent weeks, I think the winner, especially if he's impressive, maybe jumps to the top of this list. Last on the list, CJ Stroud at plus 1,200. So DJ Uiagalelei has twice as good of odds to win the Heisman Trophy as CJ Stroud. What's wild about this list, again, is the boatload of inexperience across the board. Yes, Spencer Rattler played a season ago, but it took him a while to really develop and get into his groove. DJ has played sparsely. We just mentioned his numbers, but I think a lot of people still believe that he's surrounded by a good bit of talent and that he's a talent himself. Bryce Young, I think, same scenario here. Kid we haven't really seen. Undersized, but surrounded by talent. JT Daniels, the oldest of these individuals. Still, as I said several weeks ago here on the show, I mean, I don't know what we know that JT's really done at Georgia. He's played in 4 games. Had some good performances in those 4 games. But I don't know that it was so significant, even by comparison to DJ Uiagalelei's work. Like, it's not JT Daniels played a 10-game season a year ago, and now DJ's just getting to go. I mean, JT Daniels played just a few more games than DJ. Boy, I did going from JT to DJ to CJ Stroud. That's tough. And all these guys are at the top of the Heisman Trophy numbers. Now, in fairness to JT Daniels, he had one 400-plus passing yard game. He had a 392 in that come from behind victory over Cincinnati in their bowl matchup in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And then he threw for almost 300 yards against Missouri. So nearly 300-yard passing games. 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions a season ago. But again, not exactly this boatload of experience at Georgia specifically. Somebody called me out on the YouTube video. He was like, yeah, but he played at Southern Cal and this, that, and the other. No, I'm talking about just games played at Georgia with this group. You know, he doesn't have a whole lot more experience than than DJ. DJ, JT, CJ. Poof. Let's don't talk about Heisman odds anymore. Then there's Bryce Young at Alabama, who I feel like we know even less about. And I think the belief that he's where he is all comes down to the surrounding cast of characters, the talent around him. Wouldn't it be something, though, if DJ does bring home the Heisman Trophy? Because I think it would surprise a lot of people, not necessarily because you don't think DJ's worthy or you don't think DJ could, but I think the bigger surprise would be that it wasn't Deshaun or Trevor who ended up getting it. And again, for DJ, he's got at least 2 more seasons, if that's what he wants, to go after it, and could chase it for even more time. He could chase it for another couple of years if he wanted after that with the COVID-19 deal. Now, again, most people believe that he's going to be probably the number 1 pick in the NFL draft in 2 seasons. That's sort of the projection at this point. But again, I just think about the pressure that's on all of these guys, and they all have so little experience, from Stroud at Ohio State to DJ at Clemson to JT Daniels at Georgia to Spencer Rattler at at Oklahoma. And then Bryce Young at Alabama. It's just all 5 of these guys truly have limited playing time. Yet they sit at the top when it comes down to the Heisman Trophy watch list. Do you think DJ can win the Heisman? Let us know what you think. Do you believe DJ can hoist the Heisman Trophy this year? Or maybe that's not the question. Will DJ host the Heisman Trophy? Hoist the Heisman Trophy? Let me know. 803-450-0086. 803-450-0086. Taking a look now just to see some information. The ACC, I mentioned this earlier. I want to get to this when we get back, looking at the clock. The ACC has put out their COVID-19 protocols, their updates for you, their COVID game rescheduling policy. We'll cover that with you here next on the show that shakes the Southland. Again, like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends and neighbors about Clemson Sports Talk. We'll have a break. We'll come back with that update right after this.